Henry Montgomery Jr. was 17 years old when the justice system decided he would die in prison. It was 1963. In Baton Rouge, Louisiana, Henry was a teenager growing up in poverty, surrounded by violence, instability, and trauma. He had a troubled childhood, bounced between institutions, and struggled with mental health from an early age. He was not a hardened criminal. He was a child who never received help. One night, during a confrontation, Henry Montgomery Jr. shot and killed a sheriff's deputy. The crime was serious, a life was lost, and the system responded with the harshest punishment it could give: life in prison, without parole. No rehabilitation, no review, no second chance. At 17 years old, Henry was sent to Angola prison, one of the most violent prisons in America. Prison did not destroy him. It changed him. Inside Angola, Henry chose a different path. He educated himself. He became deeply religious. He mentored younger inmates. Prison officials later described him as calm, thoughtful, and non-violent. Decades passed. Henry watched the world change from behind bars. Civil rights movements, new laws, new generations. He grew old in a place designed to erase hope. For over 50 years, he remained incarcerated. Then, America began to reconsider how it punishes children. In 2012, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that mandatory life without parole sentences for juveniles were unconstitutional, but many states resisted applying the ruling retroactively. Henry Montgomery Jr. became the center of a historic legal battle. In 2016, his case reached the U.S. Supreme Court. The question was simple, but powerful. Can a child be sentenced to die in prison without ever being reconsidered? In a landmark decision, the court ruled that juvenile life without parole sentences must be rare and that children must have a chance to show they can change. Henry Montgomery Jr. was released shortly after. After more than half a century behind bars, he walked free. He was in his 70s. He had spent nearly his entire life in prison for a crime committed as a teenager. Today, Henry lives quietly. He speaks about redemption, responsibility, and mercy. He does not deny his crime. He accepts responsibility, but his case changed the law because it forced America to admit something difficult. Children are capable of terrible mistakes, but they are also capable of change.